What? You guys just started your break and already want more? Today 117 is here to show you how to clear the Bazaar Million wall lineup easily starting at the respawn passage. Listen, someone's spamming outfits. Land, open the door, and move out while tracking footsteps. Don't expose your position, stay quiet and listen first. This works for any skill level. Listen to the footsteps. The enemy is getting ready to head toward the fortress. At this point, we can do a big jump forward, using both the hang time and the sound delay to catch the enemy completely off guard. That's the key to good game sense. Handling the start without exposing yourself and checking nearby spawns is a practical strategy. It prevents early elimination, and we hear a faint sound pattern from the disc's direction. Someone's likely coming from respawn or warehouse. Their footsteps aren't pausing, so they're not on the scaffolding. Let's move up and right peek them up close. Here's a tip for correcting a planting point deviation and how Stretch Girl can recover from it. Let's break it down in a replay. If you find it helpful, feel free to learn from it. In the first wave, the enemy reacted quickly and dodged the line of fire. Then, in the second wave, our planting point was off and we ended up aiming at their feet. Of course, you could just pull your aim up to fix this, but you can't avoid taking a few hits to your armor durability, and if you're unlucky, you might even get headshotted. So at this point, you can quickly correct your position by releasing your aim and tilting your head to do a quick joystick turn, allowing you to set up a second round of right side peek advantage for the gunfight. This way, you save your armor. Then, if you hear gunfire from the first floor elevator, rush over to catch them. If you only spot one enemy, then after taking them out, don't waste time searching for the rest of their team. Don't mess up your map clearing rhythm. Either go clockwise or counterclockwise. That way, you won't risk anyone hiding. The yellow card was nearly lost, but they retreated to the nail spot after hearing us. Flash the wall to deafen them, then bounce a grenade from the sofa. This forces them back to the yellow card area, giving us space. Otherwise, a close-range grenade is risky, and their teammate could easily pin us down from that position. Otherwise, you can imagine how ugly things could get. Now that everyone's been forced back into the yellow card area, we can safely use our throwables to look for an opening. If you see the enemy close the door, throw a flashbang at the doorway first to check if anyone's crouching in the corner. This way, you won't get shot through the door when you go up to open it. If you hear footsteps and someone jumps over trying to shoot through the door, quickly throw a stun grenade before opening the door and pulling back. This way, you're less likely to get caught off guard. After returning to cover, quickly throw a suppressive grenade to prevent the enemy from closing the door. Get ready to throw an airburst grenade. If the enemy rushes out, toss it immediately, then fall back and control your firing line. Unexpectedly, the enemy didn't fall back, but instead took the grenade head on. This is actually a somewhat aware playstyle, but the reaction time and shooting skills still need improvement. After pulling back behind the door, hold your firing line and wait for the enemy to make a mistake. At this point, you're running low on ammo. To play it safe, you can hold your shotgun and try to bait them out a bit. If you want to be more aggressive, you could also choose to keep pushing. Here, Shah Ahmad doesn't let the enemy off the hook. He first uses a throwable to finish off the downed opponent, preventing any chance of a revive. After reloading, he continues to push toward the doorway, but this time the enemy team decides to send one player around through the wooden passage for a flank, planning a pincer attack. Listen closely for this. Now, we must hurry. Either push in directly or go after the flanker. Otherwise, if they surround us, we're at a disadvantage. The enemy in front is a bit tricky, and since the flanker is about to arrive, we fall back into the ruins to hold a defensive angle. They fall back again, so we keep pushing the ones in front and speed up the tempo to avoid getting pincered. While jumping and moving, I spot someone on the sofa frame, so I jump back and break the frame at the same time. The flanker is about to make another move, so I throw a grenade to suppress the enemy in front and retreat back into the room. I didn't react in time, and the enemy jumped out to the right and pushed forward. The enemy jumped and then held their position on the frame. Since I didn't know what weapon they had at first, rushing in to trade shots would have been risky. Plus, my teammate inside yellow card was also getting pincered, so I decided to pull back, turning both lines of fire into green grass. My armor really saved me this time. This is the payoff for handling the early game details well and not losing any durability. The enemy faked a peek in the hallway to bait out a grenade and reveal our position. Pushed back by the grenade, the enemy retreated, giving us the lead. We used the blast as cover to advance and lock down their position. We didn't give them a chance. Just as we got back to our previous spot, the enemy returned to the same position and peeked out to scout again. The enemy made a really rookie mistake. Did you catch it? So we easily took this round. The downside is that Dad Jin got exposed on the radio and Lizzie picked up on it. Next up to be cleared out is you. You've been watching for so long, remember to give a like and I'll see you in the next episode.